Hey, I'm back. I'm live. Apologies, I'm a few minutes late. I had no internet for a few minutes. I was kind of freaking out. Anyway, I was reluctant to talk about today's topic. I wanted to chat on digital safety. Um, Here's the thing, and I guess I should say digital safety for teens. An effort to help protect your access, your money, and your mind. But here's what happened. I was asked to speak to a group of teens about digital safety in general. And I realized something while I was kind of thumb hammering my phone to make notes like, okay, what are my thoughts around this, and what do I want not want to what do I want to avoid missing here? And it's the type of thing I'll bang out and then sit on for a day, and then more ideas will come and keep adding to it. And then I'll throw it at, say, ChatGPT and say, what am I missing? And it'll be like, oh, you missed this, this, and this. Okay, great. So I realized something while I was crafting my initial notes, a couple times I was in there just in Apple Notes, banging those out, is that the biggest threats online these days aren't just hackers. I know hackers have always been an issue, as has password security, common, right? But really, today, the threats are our habits, um, manipulation, and algorithms, and our emotions. Those are the real threats. And digital safety, like I said, it used to be all about passwords. And if you had a good password, then you were doing a pretty good job of protecting yourself. But things have gotten way more complex. So, as a business owner, and with many clients, several of whom are not shy about just emailing usernames and passwords. And I've got more on that in a little bit. I don't want to harp on that too much. I've already done that on this channel a couple times. I'm also a father of a teenager, and I constantly grapple with the idea of protectionism, like really creating rules or limitations, either relationship wise or technologically, for protection, or allowing opportunities to arise that can be learning situations. Um, because if it's all protectionism, then the kid doesn't learn enough either, and that's not fair to her. So here's how I break it down. I've got 5 quick things here. So first of all, we have to start with protecting your access. Your accounts are like doors, so guard the keys. And every app, every social platform, every login is like a doorway to your life. And I know most of the time people used to have like one password. I am adamant that everyone should have a password manager. And while they used to be expensive, I'm still a big fan of one password. LastPass is great, but Google and Apple both offer free password management tools with two-factor authentication, which should absolutely be on. There's almost no excuse anymore. So leverage these tools. Another one is never click on links in emails, which seems a little weird and maybe even a little restrictive. Emails and DMs are the most common place where we get phished or exposed to fraud or fraudulent behavior. Um, so a lot of times, if I go to a website and I got to log in, it's like, hey, we're going to send you an email. I expect to see that email. I'll probably click on that email, just to be honest. But if I get an email and it's from Stripe or Squarespace or some app that I use, don't click on that link in that email. Go to the website, log into the account, and see if there's a legit reason why the attention was being drawn toward that brand. It's not hard. It's You were going to do that anyway. You just were, instead of clicking a link, you go to whatever.com, right? So um, another one is to keep devices updated. And I know not everybody loves to update to the new operating system. Sometimes it changes our user behaviors forcibly, but actually from a security standpoint, it's critically important. And never log into personal accounts on public computers. I'm not going to belabor that one, but it's a bad idea. Um, your email is your email account's like a place with master keys, and or at least it's seen that way. And the challenge I have with that is that email's not secure. This is not an encrypted channel. One email, me emailing from one device to another, even inside of your own network, is not necessarily secure. And you're one mistake, one phishing link away from exposing potentially a whole lot of content and keys, and that will not go really well. So make sure you reset. If you do something, you behave in a way, you click on something, you're unsure that that was a very good idea, like, oh no, just reset almost everything else. Um, it's not about paranoia. It's just, I think this is where basic hygiene is at now. And I'll tell you this, the group of kids I talked to looked at me a little sideways when I said, I don't know a single one of my passwords. I literally do not know a single password. They're all in my password management app, and they're all super long and super random, and I don't need to know them. And that's not important. What's important is that they're safe and secure. So even if one gets exposed, it doesn't expose other important assets in my life, in my digital life, in my work, or anything. So the next one, number 2, I want to touch on is protect your money. Scammers have a habit of not hacking first, right? They manipulate first. And the common tools they use are like urgency, some sort of like act now, or fear. Your account's been locked, or I've got some information that I'm going to expose the world to that's sensitive. Or romance, they might be like, I've never felt this way before about anyone. Or ego, like, you've been selected. Or, hey, I was checking out your profile, you're really amazing, you should click on this link and book a call with me. Or, hey, let's connect. Or like authority, like, you know, hi, we're calling from your bank. Or, sorry, I missed you, this is an important message from so and so company. All of that is suspect. All of it is suspect. And it's common to use that kind of manipulation to try and gain access to information or play you. So if someone makes an emotional plea or sends an emotional message, like, quickly just pause, right? Especially if you're younger. Like, I'm old, but if you're younger, like, never send someone money. Nobody should send someone money if you haven't met them in real life, period. Don't send someone a password or a login if you've never met them and know them in real life and like build up legit trust. Like, if you haven't split a sandwich, maybe don't send somebody a password or any money. I don't know, just general rule of thumb. Be cautious about moving conversations off platform. That is a huge way that people game you. So that if you're getting a DM in Instagram or LinkedIn or something, and they want you to jump over to WhatsApp, for example, just don't. That's not a good idea. They're gonna offer you what, like free gift card or crypto opportunity or exclusive skins for some game. It's almost always scams. Almost always a scam. So don't change apps. Like, no, dude, we can interact in here and keep this legit, or you cannot interact with me. That's fine too. So also, I'm a big fan of secure payment systems. And by that, I mean Apple Pay or Google Pay whenever possible. They rotate the card numbers. So even if there's a threat, it isn't a threat that can expand and expose your accounts to broader access and scamming. So stay slow, keep it safe, and moving fast and jumping around, changing apps. That's how scammers win, and don't want to see that happen to you. The next one would be protect your mind. And there's been some stories about this lately in the news, and I'm not going to profess here, I'm not an expert in this, but I do feel like we don't talk about this enough. Social media platforms are engineered for engagement, and including this one. And I love this one. I'm having a blast on here. Hello, sir. Very cool. Thanks for joining me. they're engineered for engagement. Engagement means your attention. They want your attention because time in app is money. It's like every second you're on there, cha-ching, 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 money. Money's just falling out of the sky and into their pockets. And the algorithms, they show you what you linger on. So whatever you hover over or touch or interact with, like, comment on, you're going to see more of that stuff. So it's like an attention loop that tries to get you to spend more time on more extreme, more dramatic, maybe more negative in a lot of cases, content. And they want to show you more of it. And I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here. I am just giving you the maths. That's it. So the next one, wait, before I jump on to hard conversations, I want to touch on social media is a highlight reel. It's not real life. None of that stuff is real. In fact, it's getting even more dramatically unreal every single day, with lots of content being dynamically generated by bots or by applications. And authenticity is going to become more difficult to come by. And notifications are like slot machines. So I just shut them off. There's no notifications, man. I will get to you when I get to you. I will get to that app when I get to that app. I never take on notifications and open my phone. That's bad juju, man. And I don't like sleeping with my phone in my room. I do, and I hate it. And I got to make that change because I'm really looking to protect my sleep and protect my mornings. I protect my mornings like a machine. Next, I want to touch on a really, really hard one. And this is really the last one here, and I'll sum this up. So sextortion and online exploitation. I want to be careful not to say words here that get my video banned or my stuff suppressed here on YouTube. I value YouTube tremendously. But I do want to say that these challenges, especially for younger folks, are incredibly real and increasing, and they thrive on silence. So if someone is pressuring anyone for photos, like, hey, send me a photo of your great hair, caution, always caution. Never share your age, never share where you go to school, where you go to church, where you go to work every single day. Don't give out your addresses for anything. I don't even like showing photos. Listen, it's if you're younger and someone's asking for something that makes you feel uncomfortable, do ask for an adult's help. You're not stupid. You're not alone. Scammers are professionals, and you're not a professional. I'm not a professional at getting out of trouble. So us being silent about these types of issues only makes the matters worse. So talking about it is really the only thing that can make it easier to manage and feel better. So 5 rules to remember. And I know I'm way out of my lane here. I wasn't going to share this. I know I'm way out of my lane, but it's important to me for the reasons I mentioned at the beginning of the video to remind the entire world, including myself, that unique passwords and two-factor authentication are important. And password manager, there's almost no excuse to use one now. So never send sensitive photos of personal information. Verify before clicking or paying for anything. Don't click on links in emails. Think long-term reputation, like you're building a brand, because in today's job market, maybe well into the future, you kind of are. And protect your mental health like it's your future. I just said that a moment ago, but it literally is. So I used to feel like I was building an identity online. And to some degree, I may be doing that here inside of YouTube. But back in the day, early Instagram or Twitter or something like that, it was easy to feel like I was adding on or extending, abiding to some sort of format of identity creation. But none of that is true. The internet is just a tool. It's not my identity. It's not your identity. And building a digital footprint that will follow you throughout your life, well into maturity, past adulthood, whatever that really is, however you say that, I would say is a powerful advantage. So protect your future. I wasn't going to share this. I've said that 3 times now. But while I was banging out my notes, thumbing out my notes on my iPhone, I got an email from a client with username and passwords to 2 very important accounts to their business. And it made me think, even though I had been asked to speak to a group of teens, and I did the other night, and they were such an incredibly cool group of kids. Getting that email while I was making out these notes, even if it was for kids or teens, it made me think that we have a broader issue and we don't talk about security enough. We don't talk about digital safety enough. And that's why I wanted to come in here and make this my Friday show so that I'm on the record saying this stuff. But also, enough can't be done to proliferate the extent, the reach of healthy digital life information, because this is where we are now. This is our social outlet. This is our social media. This is our digital life. And that's not changing anytime soon. So anyway, I hope this was informative. I hope this gives you an idea or motivates you to take action in some way or protect someone or speak out for someone or whatever. I super appreciate you watching. Listen, like and subscribe. It really does a lot for this channel. And I value that you sat here, all 16, 17 minutes of it. And I will see you next Friday.